Hello, I'm Lily, and today I thought I would show you through my new work bag. I have a little guest with me. I really thought it would be more practical to film this normally without him on my lap, but unfortunately it seems that as soon as I set up the camera and start filming, it has this Pavlovian effect on my dog. And he immediately comes to my side and wants to sit on my lap. So I will try and do this show and tell as best I can, even though I've got this little guy kind of impeding my movements. But we'll see how we go. So, this is my new work bag that just arrived yesterday. I was tempted to keep the packaging on, and I thought it would be a nice video to take the packaging off on camera, like the protective cover on the handle, and there were some stickers protecting the hardware here, but I was a little bit impatient, so I already took it off. I took the stuffing out. I think there's a few stickers on the hardware inside and on the feet on the bottom. So maybe you can keep me company while I take those off. But yeah. So this bag is another replica. I think I've mentioned in a previous video that I've gone on a little bit of a replica journey this year. I have a few now, and they're all like beautiful quality. They're not super cheap knockoffs. They're kind of more expensive knockoffs, all the same. But I think this one is my last one for a while. I had a bit of a problem with it getting lost in transit, so I had to get that sorted out, and now it's finally arrived. And yeah, I think this concludes my knockoff journey for the time being. I'm all handbagged out. So this is a replica of a Salvatore Ferragamo bag. It's called the Hug, and because of these little arms coming around as though they're hugging the bag, which I think is really cute. And I don't really have a nice leather kind of dressy work handbag. The bag I use at the moment for work is the Longchamp, is that how you say it? Longchamp Le Pliage bag, which is so practical, and I'll never not love that bag because it's so good for traveling. It's sturdy, it's waterproof, it has a zip. It's an amazing bag, but I kind of wanted something a little more formal looking for certain days when I go into the office. And this one really caught my eye. So I will try and show you with my little shop assistant here. So it has just this single shoulder strap, and it's just big enough to fit under the arm. It's not so tight that it's uncomfortable to wear it over the shoulder, but it doesn't hang low either. It sits quite closely to the body. And these little arms are actually functional. So they're not just for decoration, they actually serve a purpose by holding the bag closed. So I'll show you the bag with them open. It opens very widely. Widely, is that a word? It opens very wide when they're not clasped. And it has this beautiful burgundy leather interior. And as you can see, it's incredibly roomy. I might have to move my doggy. How am I going to do this, mister? Okay. I don't want to squash you. We will continue. So, I'm trying to think how I can show you inside. So that's the interior. And as you can see, it has this middle section with a zip and this back pocket. Which, it's interesting, it's quite a large envelope opening, but the actual pocket itself is pretty small. Probably just big enough to fit an iPhone and a lip gloss or something. It has a, oh here we go. Am I bothering you? Oh, it's a hard life. Hey, it's a tough life. Somebody commented on one of my other videos that he's in and said that when their dog does a big sigh like that, they say, "Have you had a hard day at work today?" Was it a long day at work today? And I love that. I thought that was so funny. Hey, it's a tough life. Alright. So, as you can see, it is big enough to fit, more than big enough to fit a laptop. Could probably fit like 2 laptops, to be honest. And I just noticed that there's a little D-ring, I think that's what they call them, a D-ring, over on this side. And so I'm guessing that this pulls over. I'm going to try it. Not sure how to. I think it does, but I don't have my full range of movement at the moment for obvious reasons, so I can't really test it. So even in this zipped compartment, it is the same burgundy leather interior, and honestly I'm so impressed by the quality because it is buttery smooth. I might take off, there is still a sticker on this zip, so I might take that off. Get the edge. It's sort of attached so tightly it's almost like cling wrap, so it's a little bit hard to take off. There we go. It's not one of those satisfying like iPhone screen sticker peel-offs. It's not the most graceful one to remove. There we go. I've got that, and then I can see there's also plastic protection on these side bits here. So I might try and remove those while I've got you on here. There we go. I can't tell yet if these, like if this strap is removable. I don't think it is. It wouldn't really make sense if it was, to be honest. 'Cause it's, sorry, that wasn't a very ASMR style removal. But yeah, I don't think it would make sense for the handle to be detachable because it's such a big bag. It would be kind of pointless to not have a strap. Oh, this one looks like they've really wrapped it up. I want to film a few videos today, so I've fallen behind with my posting frequency. It's just been not just busy the last couple of weeks, but I've just been, I don't know, in a bit of a weird place with figuring out how to manage everything, because I have a corporate job which I've had for quite a long time, and I feel so lucky in many ways to have it because it gives me stability, and I have a really lovely team that I work with, and as far as corporate jobs go, it's a very nice place to work. I'm not micromanaged. I have a lot of autonomy. I have a lot of flexibility. I'm super lucky, but I'm also really bored. And everything that interests me deeply doesn't really lend me the same amount of stability, and I just don't want to jump from frying pan to fire by looking for another role. And yeah, I don't know, so there's that. And then I have a little business that I run on the side, and by little I mean very little because I just have one client. But she's an incredible client, and that keeps me very busy after my full work days, and I really want to keep doing that, but I also get a little bit burnt out, especially now that I've got this channel, and I'm very excited to film and create things and see where it all goes. And yeah, I don't know, I'm rambling, aren't I? But all that to say that I've just been in a bit of a reflective state recently, and that's why I haven't been as disciplined with filming. So my plan this weekend is to do a few so I can stagger them over the week, and yeah, I might just take the stickers off the feet, you can see. These are a little bit easier to remove. On the plus side, so I don't want to end this video on a kind of whingy note. On the plus side, the weather here has been absolutely beautiful. Not too hot, not too cold, and I've gone this week for a couple of mini hikes in the hills where there's these waterfalls and streams, and it's been super beautiful. And I've taken this little guy with me. He loves the bush. He's such a little Australian outback bushman. When he goes on the hikes, he's running up rocks and jumping into the water. Makes me nervous because it's also the season where the snakes wake up, so I get a bit nervous with him sniffing around bushes and things, but it's so beautiful to see him just so, what's the word, like unabashedly joyful. So there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 little feet, and actually on the middle one on the bottom here, it has Ferragamo etched into it. And I'm honestly so impressed. For a fake handbag, the leather is really nice. It's got a nice grain to it. I like how this bag is kind of somewhere in the middle of structured and slouchy. I don't like my bags to be too stiff or too structured, but that sort of in-between place means that it's still kind of dressy and formal, but has a slight relaxed feel to it as well, with the softness of it. I'm really excited to take it into work next week, and I mean, if anybody asks me about it, I will always say that it's a fake. I'm not running around pretending that I've actually spent, I don't even know how much this bag is full price with the Ferragamo store. I think it's maybe about 6,000 Australian dollars, 5,000 or 6,000. So if anyone asks, I'm always honest, but it's nice to have access to a design like this without having to spend $5,000. And I just love the arms, and I love that it's called the hug bag. So sweet. Right, well, this guy is fully relaxed. He's given me a backache because I'm having to kind of like lean over him to to show you this on camera. I'm gonna go and do some stretches after this, I think. But I'll leave this one here. So, just a short and sweet one. I hope that's okay. And I hope you found some of the sounds quietly relaxing. As always, thank you so much for watching, and I hope to see you on my next video.